What is going on, everyone? Platinum Bees coming at you with yet another video. Today we're going to be talking about why I am not going to be buying the commemorative 100-year silver dollars, and why you might want to think before you buy them as well. This probably is going to cover some things that you may not have seen in other videos, so you're definitely going to want to stick around and hear what I have to say and see what we're going to look at today. So with all that being said, let's get into it. Okay guys, so as you can see here, I've got the United States Mint's website pulled up, their catalog, and their listing for the Morgan 2021 dollar with the CC privy mark. Now, there's been a lot of talk and a lot of conversation about these dollars. And a lot of people don't like a lot of things about these dollars. One of the main things has to do with it being 99 fine, 39 fine, and not even a troy ounce. So that's just frustrating right out the gate. It's not 90% silver, and even though it's pure silver, it's not even a full ounce. The US Mint, I assume, was trying to go for the same overall size, but I don't know why they went for the same metal content. I do know that they've recently revamped all of their proof coin series as far as the quarters and half dollars and things like that they release in the mint sets. 2 3/9 fine, so that's probably what they were going for. They probably just didn't want to mint any more 90% silver after they completely eliminated it within the last couple years. But today I'm going to talk about why you might want to think twice about buying these, right? We all know that the mintage limit is nothing. There's no mintage limit. There's just a product limit, right? So what does that mean? They can re-release these coins as much as they want. Most likely they'll release them in full sets. They'll release them, whenever they really want, right? There's no contracted limit as far as the mintage limit. So they could mint as many as they want of these, right? More likely than not, that's just the way it's going to be. And so we can see here on the Mint's website, we've got the CC privy mark, O, D, S, all that stuff. I mean, there's so many of these dollars to choose from. They're going to mint tons of them, right? If we look, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 $6 that are going to be minted. All of them have a product limit of 175,000, except I believe the piece dollar has 200,000. So they're minting over 1 million right out the gate. So there's plenty of these dollars. Now, a lot of people might try to gravitate towards that CC privy mark because Carson City is the well-known mint of the Morgan dollars if you want to stack Morgan dollars. But the one thing I want to mention is these dollars are $85 each, and the US Mint does charge for shipping unless you're a part of their regular program or what have you. So more likely than not, you will be slapped with a additional shipping charge on top of what is already on these dollars. One thing I want to mention is there's a lot of hype around these dollars, so a lot of people are going to be going after them, and yes, they may sell out on the first day, but again, guys, there's no mintage limit. It's just a product limit. Product limit just means for this listing, they're only selling 175,000. There's a household order limit of 10, and on some of these, there's 25, I believe, unless they changed it. And okay, so it's 10 on this. So maybe they changed it to 10, but still 10, there's going to be tons of people buying them and trying to resell them and make money off of that. Now, if you are wanting to buy them for resale, you might be able to make a little bit of money. However, I would caution you on that because unless you are buying them and you are one that can easily just give them up and not hold on to them other than maybe one, maybe just forego that. But that's something you can do if you are planning on doing them, but I'm talking specifically about just buying these for your stack. Now, if you just want to buy them for your collection, hey, that's cool, and I know a lot of people are gonna. But one thing I want to mention is, and we're going to go over here and look at eBay, right? Why are we looking at eBay? Well, I want to show you something. I search Morgan Silver Dollar, and these are the results we have. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come down here and we're going to put $85 max, right? Max spend of $85. Okay. So now we've got 30,000 listings. That's a lot of listings, but hold up. Let's go to, let's look for graded coins. So we're going to do PCGS, we're going to do NGC, and we'll do the CACs of both of them just because. So now we're getting into less listings, only 3,000 listings, but that doesn't include the grades at which they are at. So let's go ahead and boil it down to all mint state from 60 and above. So we'll click all of these, not proof. We'll click all the mint states. So we can get anywhere from MS60 to MS65 for $85. Let's apply that. And these are the listings that we have. So as you can see here, there's many different listings to choose from. And here's all of our filtered categories. Let's just go ahead. All right, so we've cut off 400 coins just by listing mint state only. Now, let's boil it even smaller down. As we can see here, the numbers per listing. So in MS60, there's 32 coins available. MS61, there's 173. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. Let's just boil it down to MS64 and 65. So if we do that, and we go price low to high, and we do buy it now because auctions start out lower, we are left with 100 coins. There's 100 coins available in MS64 or above for buy it now under $85. So let's take a look here. Let's just say this coin, right? 1884O. Now, this looks to be in a little bit of rough shape, but it's an MS64, it's an 1884O. It's got some toning on it, yes, but I still believe things like this are much more collectible and a much better investment than, you know, buying the modern things, right? If they just simply are. And one thing I want to kind of mention about this is let's go ahead and take a look at some more listings. So we got a 1921 MS64 for $75, $350 shipping. You already save around $7 or $8 including shipping, but realistically the US Mint charges shipping, so you really save about $10 or more on buying this 1921 MS64. You got an 1899 O MS64. You got a 1904 O MS64. You got an 18. So what I'm trying to get, the point I'm trying to get across here, guys, is for $85, you can get a real 100 plus year old Morgan, and with mint marks. As you can see, we've got the O. I don't see any S's yet. However, we've got New Orleans Mint. I am sure there's Philadelphia Mint coins. The 1921 is definitely Philadelphia. And we can even filter by mints over here in the left-hand side. But really, what I'm trying to get the point across is there is, let's take a look, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 silver dollars or commemorative dollars or whatever you want to call them available here. Okay, and 6 times 85 is around 500 or more dollars. So for $500, in fact, let's do the math right here. 85 times 6. So we've got $510 we're spending if we buy one of each dollar. $510 we're spending, right? That's a lot of money to spend on dollars that we hope will appreciate in value, but will they appreciate like the original Morgan and the original piece? Now, one thing I want to mention is I'm a fairly young individual, so I have time to watch these coins appreciate. If I were to go in and buy 5 of these coins rather than the new coins, you know, I have enough time on my life, God willing, that I'll see those coins add 50 years from their mintage, right? Hopefully I've got another 50 years on this earth. I think if I live to the average age of a male, I should have around that. You know, hopefully I'll live much longer than that, but who knows? But 50 years on these coins, I'm going to see these coins appreciate a bit because there's going to be a whole new generation of coin collectors in the future. I just personally think. And that's really what you're going into it at the end of the day in buying these coins. is speculation. So as you can see here, there's a lot of MS64s, a lot of MS65s you can get for $85. Now, let's go ahead and take away that $85 limit. And let's cut that limit in half, right? $42.50, right? $42.50. Let's see. There's not any MS64s, but let's see what there are, right? We've got PCGS, NGC listed on there. We've got Morgan. Let's take a look, see what we can find. So, I mean, it doesn't look like anything is half priced. So let's go ahead and increase that limit a little bit. Let's see, $510 we said it would cost to buy all of the dollars. So let's just go ahead and raise the limit to 51. We can get 10 silver dollars for the price of what we would spend if we were to buy all of these silver dollars. So for $51, it looks like we do not have any mint state available, but we do have some almost uncirculateds and things of that nature. Now, one thing I want to mention is I would not suggest buying anything other than graded coins on eBay, because stuff like this is obviously fake. This is, or they call it, they do list that it's plated, so don't get me wrong. They're at least being honest with their listing, but $12 for a Morgan is not going to happen right now. So, but stuff like this gets passed off as legitimate all the time on websites and when you're buying from individuals. So I would stay away from buying Morgan dollars on eBay raw. However, for $510, you can almost get a tube of Morgan dollars, 21 or before, rather than buying, 6 of the modern dollars. And in the long haul, those old dollars are going to appreciate in value probably more quicker than the US Mint release, right? So at the end of the day, guys, I don't really personally suggest picking these up. I know a lot of people are going to do it because they are cool. Don't get me wrong. But you may want to consider, instead of spending $510 getting one of each of these, perhaps think about just putting that money into old Morgans, right? We can take a look at the piece silver dollar as well. Piece silver dollar, $51. Let's see if we can figure some. Okay, so we do have some piece dollars in the mint state category that we can afford at $51. So let's just go ahead and do PCGS and NGC and see what we come up with. So $51, that means we can buy 10 coins, 51 or below. So it looks like we've got an MS63 1923 right here. We've got another 1923. Most of these are going to be 22s, 23s. There's a 22. Let's go ahead and see if we can filter by year. And it looks like it's going to be 22s and 23s. So that's what you're going to be limited to at the $51 range. But there is 18 listings. So realistically, you can get 10 1922 or 23 piece dollars for the same cost you could get the modern Morgans and pieces for, or the commemorative, or whatever you want to call them. So it's definitely just something to think about, right? If you buy these coins from 1922, 1923, and you're around for a few more decades, you'll probably see these appreciate more so than the Morgans. And another thing I want to talk about with the piece, right? Everyone focuses on the Morgan, and even the US Mint knows that because they list a whole bunch of Morgans and they just threw a piece in there for the heck of it. I know the piece was 1921, so I get it. I understand that, right? The 22s, the 23s, they're not quite 100 years old yet, so that makes sense. But that is also something to think about, is they're not 100 years old yet. When they break that 100-year mark, will these go up in value? I think so. right? In 2023, this dollar will turn 100 years old. In 2022, this dollar will turn 100 years old. Why not get that instead of getting the Morgans and pieces? So definitely something to consider, guys, because think about it like this. An automobile, right? Once you hit 100,000 miles on a car, it's all of a sudden worth so much less than it was at 99,000. It's just the way it works. It's a mind thing. It's all kinds of things like that. But when cars reach 100,000 miles, people start looking at them like, I'm going to have to repair this, so I better get a good deal on it. If it's got 50, 60, 70, even 80,000 miles, they say, oh, it's still got some life left in it. Realistically, a couple years from now, it'll be at over 100,000, but it's worth so much more to the consumer. Same thing goes for these silver dollars, in my opinion. When they reach that 100-year mark, obviously, because the U.S. Mint is now selling the commemorative 100-year, Centennial, whatever you want to call it, releases, these dollars are going to do the same thing when they reach 100 years. So you might want to think about stacking pieces as a whole, because most of the piece dollars are not 100 years old yet. Only the 1921 so far has reached that 100-year mark. So it's something to think about. It's something to consider, guys. At the end of the day, I know everyone's going to make their own decisions about these dollars. I know everyone has an opinion about them. You know, the U.S. Mint really dropped the ball on this. I mean, there's nothing really spectacular about this other than the fact that it is Morgan and Peace. I mean, look at this packaging. This packaging is garbage. Everyone has started to comment on this packaging. I don't like it either. I like the clamshell design. I think it's much more cleaner look. I guarantee this is going to just feel cheap in the hand, probably. I mean, it might not, you know, who knows? We won't really know until we get them in hand. But there's just so much to not like about these dollars, and so much more to like about, you know, older graded stuff, or even just raw stuff, which again, I wouldn't buy on eBay, but I would pick up from a dealer or, you know, a local coin shop that is reputable. So it's something to think about, guys. I wanted to make this video explaining why I am not personally buying these dollars. I see no value in them. I think there's quite a bit of hype revolving around them. I think they're going to re-release them due to the fact that they have no mintage limit and only a product limit. I just think the U.S. Mint's going to milk these for everything they can. And as a bonus point, when the bicentennial quarter came out, they were the coolest thing ever. I'm sure. I wasn't alive at that time, but I'm sure they were so cool. Everyone's like, oh, they changed the quarter for just a year or two. They're so cool. They're so awesome. And everyone knows that bicentennial quarter is only worth 25 cents. Unless you happen to have one of the silver ones, it's only worth 25 cents. And these, at the end of the day, will probably remain a novelty for quite some time. Now, if you want to hold them and pass them down as some heirloom type thing, that's cool. And at that point, they probably will appreciate, but that is far into the future. So do with that what you will. You know, make your own decision about whether or not you're going to purchase these. I just wanted to express my concerns and my expectations for these dollars. You know, if you look at some of the other U.S. Mint releases, and this video has been going on for quite a while, but that's okay, you know. For those of you who made it this far, I applaud you. But another thing I want to mention is a lot of U.S. Mint releases have not fared well at all. If we take a look at some of the other things they have on the chopping block, we can already see some things that are just not going to fare well in the resale market in any time soon, right? This National Law Enforcement Memorial Museum 2021 uncirculated clad $50. That's not going to be worth anything anytime soon. And so that is a clad dollar, but we can also look here at the silver dollar. That's a cool design. It's a cool dollar, sure. But, you know, is it going to be worth a whole lot more in the short term? I don't think so. This is a great gift if you know someone in law enforcement. I back law enforcement to the T. It's even $11 cheaper than the Centennial dollars. However, this isn't going to appreciate in value anytime soon. It's going to take quite a while, probably past my lifetime, before you see any realistic increase in value. The US Mint puts out tons and tons of stuff. Yes, these are Morgans and silver dollar and peace dollars that they're putting out, but at the end of the day, guys, I mean, they really have dropped the ball in so many places. I don't really feel comfortable in purchasing it. It'll be interesting to see how it unfolds. So I'm just going to be one of those ones that has to wait and see. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. Are you picking them up? Are you thinking about getting them? Let me know all that, guys. Be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to hit that subscribe button on your way out. With all that being said, until next time, we will see you.